Sometimes clients in their 30s, 40s, or even older come into therapy complaining about symptoms they've never experienced before, such as sudden panic attacks, intense anxiety, bouts of depression, unexplained anger, or simply feeling stressed much of the time. They usually say their lives are good and they've always coped well with stressful situations, which is why they feel so confused and embarrassed by their sudden inability to cope. Finally, they ask, "Am I losing my mind?" Well, I assure them they're not and continue with my assessment, and usually I'm able to identify specific stressors such as a financial setback, an acting out teenager, or a difficult boss that explains some of the stress they're experiencing, but seemingly not enough to justify the sudden severity of the current symptoms. So I continue the assessment and eventually uncover other stressors long forgotten by the client, such as growing up in an alcoholic family, experiencing the death of a parent at an early age, or being the victim of childhood abuse for which they never received help. That is when I tell them about the beach ball. Imagine you have an inflatable beach ball. Now imagine that the air that first began inflating the beach ball was your repressed emotional pain from dealing with your alcoholic father. At first you were able to hold the ball beneath the water, nicely tucked away, so you didn't have to deal with it. But over time, as you filled the ball with more repressed pain, which had become your way of coping, it took more effort and energy to keep the ball submerged. Finally, the beach ball became so inflated and your arms so tired that you couldn't hold it down anymore, and it began popping up, seemingly out of nowhere, as panic attacks, anger outbursts, bouts of depression, or simply feeling stressed out. So you did what you've always done and kept pushing the ball back under the water, but your old way of coping no longer worked, so the ball wouldn't stay submerged, which is why you were here, feeling overwhelmed with emotions that seem out of control. So now you have to learn new ways to deal with emotional pain, including the repressed pain in the beach ball. And that's what therapy is about, learning more effective ways to deal with emotional pain. If you'd like help learning to let the air out of your overinflated beach ball, then visit my website, SerenityOnlineTherapy.com, to learn more about me and the online services I provide. If you found this video helpful, please click the thumbs up button. And if you want to hear more from me, then click the subscribe button at the bottom right corner of the screen. I'll be publishing at least one new video every month. And finally, keep paying attention to your life. Until next time.